fine, madam.
Distinguished residents of Kampala, our partners, members of the media present, ladies and gentlemen, allow me on behalf of Kampala Capital City Authority to tell you that it is with great pleasure and joy for me to stand before you today and echo the fact that Kampala is alive. Over the past weeks, we have walked together in the city, we have cycled together in the city, we have cared for one another in different ways, we have prepared our city for the grand Kampala City Festival 2025 ahead of the 23rd Uganda National Independence Day activities, which are slated for 9th October. We designed this festival in a way that we are supposed to have pre-festival events which we are going to lead us to the Kampala City Festival, which had been scheduled as a pre-independence event. Our pre-festival activities have not only set the tone for the celebration, but they have also reminded us of who we are as a city, what we can achieve when we put our hands together for the development of our city. As I said, we've had a number of pre-festival activities, and I would like to tell you some of them and the experiences we have drawn from the different activities. With solidarity, we had to visit the children homes, or what we call baby homes, or what other people call orphanages. And we also visited the reception centers which are in the jurisdiction of Kampala. We reached out to children in various institutions, and this was on 24th and 26th September. These homes or orphanages include Nakuru Reception Center in Nakawa. We visited Hope for Justice Children's Home in Machinge. We visited Sally Babies Home in Rubaga. We visited St. Teresa Babies Home and Insambia Babies Home, both in Machinge. We also learned that those are the only homes we have in Kampala, despite the immense need to have them widespread in all our divisions. We sat with these children, we shared a smile, we delivered essentials donated by our staff, schools, and market vendors. We also had the Rotary clubs join us to do this work. The message was clear. Before the music begins at Kololo, Kampala must first care for its vulnerable people. And communities ought to take off time to visit these homes, to adopt and foster some of these children. They need our support, they need our care. If you cannot foster one, if you cannot adopt one, at least find time and visit these homes and give these children hope, be their parent, if none can be. We also had medical camps. These were running from 24th and 25th September in all divisions. In Machinge division, for example, we had a camp in Kabalagala, we had a camp in Kataba zone. That division was unique. They even requested for a camp and we put it there in the week that came next. In Central Division, we had a camp in Kamocha, Katale zone. We also had a camp in Mulagotu Parish in Kalere for Kawempe Division. We also had a camp, a medical camp in Rubaga Division, Mutunde Parish, Chitauluzi zone. We also had a camp at the market, Isega Market. In Nakawa Division, we camped at Chitintale Parish, Okuru, Church Zone 12. We took health services closer to thousands of Kampala residents. mothers, young mothers, youth, the elderly, and the refugees. The services we provided included immunization, HIV, counseling and testing, family planning, nutrition assessment, TB screening, cervical cancer screening. Many people received free health care with dignity. For the 2 days, we have a count of 7,000 people who attended these outreaches. The public reminded us of the powerful lesson that health care is one of the best gifts a city can give its people, and requested us to increase the frequency of these camps and not only wait for the month of October when we are thinking to have a festival.